Alright friends, these are all the books that I plan on reading in the month of December. There are a lot, I know, but they are all super festive and I'm really excited to share them with you guys. Hello friends, my name is Desi and today I'm going to be sharing all the books that I plan on reading in December. These books are very festive, very holiday-esque, very holiday-ish. Holiday themed. They're all holiday winter vibes. And for those of you who don't know, I say this all the time, but I really diversified the books that I read. So I have the YA books, classics, adult books, nonfiction, and middle grade. So let's just get started. All right, let's get started with one of my favorite categories, and that is the middle grade books. Oh, such festive, magical books. I am so excited about these, and I'm highly anticipating this first one. It is called Snow and a Rose, and check out this cover. Oh, this was, I'm not gonna lie, this was a total cover buy. It's just so stunning. And then I started flipping through the pages, and I was like, oh my gosh, this artwork is beautiful, like some of the prettiest artwork I've ever seen in a book. And then I found out that it is about these two sisters who are different as night and day, and they used to live in this big house with these spectacular gardens and army of servants until one day their father went missing in the woods, and then their mother also disappeared. And now it's up to them in these enchanted woods to figure out how to break these terrible spells. And it's them, it takes place in the mountains with snow, and it just seems so wintry and festive, and I'm so excited about it. Up next, we have another one. It's absolutely stunning. It's called Wildwood. And why did I pick this one up, you might ask? Well, good question. Isn't it obvious? The cover is freaking stunning, and I'm a cover buyer, okay? I'm guilty of it. Plus, it's really floppy, and who doesn't love a good floppy book? So, this one is about a boy who is abducted into this wilderness, this dense, tangled forest that the locals called Wildwood. And then his sister and her friends go in to try and save him, but no one has ever returned from this forest and lives to tell the tale. This book is over 500 pages, so it's a thick boy, but hopefully it's worth it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he is abducted by a murderous pack of crows, which just makes it that much more creepy. Lemony Snicket actually blurbed this, and he said, "This book is like the wild, strange forest it describes. It's full of suspense, danger, and frightening things that the world has never seen. And once I stepped inside, I never wanted to leave." So, yeah, I'm super excited for it. Up next, we have a book I'm super excited for. I'm excited for all of these, let's be honest, but this is The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. And the reason I picked this book up is because I've seen a lot of other booktubers give it really high reviews, and the Goodreads reviews are super good, so I just have really high expectations for it. Plus, it is written by the one, the only, Tom Fletcher, one of the lead singers of McFly. I absolutely loved McFly. I loved listening to their music so much, so I'm really excited for this book. Let me just read you the back of the dust jacket because it will explain it better than I can. It says, "There's only one thing William Trundle has ever wanted for Christmas, a dinosaur. But never in his wildest dreams did he think that Santa would actually deliver. And honestly, neither did Santa. Grab a plate of cookies and some hot cocoa and prepare to meet a boy who believes in the magic of the season, the meanest girl in school, possibly the world, Santa Claus, yes, the real Santa, a horrible villain called the Hunter, and a most unusual dinosaur." So I just think it's going to be really cute and festive for Christmas time. Moving on to the YA category, I actually only have one book in this category, and that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase. And the reason that I chose this book is because it is a Christmas Carol retelling. So it's about a girl named Holly, and she was visited by 3 ghosts, and they basically asked her to change her ways, and she decided not to, and then she died. So now she's stuck working for a top secret company called Project Scrooge as the latest ghost of Christmas past, which I think is really cool. I think it's going to be a really fun retelling, and it's a really pretty cover, it has deckled edges, it's stunning. I just think it's going to be really fun. And moving on to the next category, we've got the adult books. I'm so excited for some of these, and I actually already read this first one. It is called The Snow Child. And why did I choose this one? Because I wanted a book that was kind of just set out in the wilderness, out in the winter, in the snow. I kind of just wanted like some rustic vibes, and that's exactly what this book was. So it takes place in rural Alaska with our main characters, Jack and Mabel, and they're an older couple, and they haven't been able to have kids, and they've always wanted at least one child. And so one Christmas Eve, I don't remember if it's Christmas Eve, but it's snowing outside, and they decide to make a snow child. So it's a little girl and she's made out of snow. And in the morning, the snow child is gone, and they end up seeing this girl running through the woods later, but I don't want to say too much more than that. Don't want to give it away. But it was very magical, but also brutally realistic. There were times that it was really, really sad, times that it was just really beautiful. It kind of gave me Anne of Green Gables vibes mixed with The Odd Life of Timothy Green. If you guys have seen that movie, I would highly, highly recommend it. It was so beautiful. And up next, we have a fun, lighthearted Christmas contemporary called Christmas Shopaholic. And the reason I chose this one is because I just wanted something that kind of felt like reading a fun Christmas movie. So this is part of the Shopaholic series, but you can actually read it as a standalone. And it's about our main character, Becky, and she's so excited. She just moved back to the States, and she's going to her parents' big Christmas party, but they actually just moved, and they're asking her to host this year. So she's trying to throw together this big party last minute, and it's just gonna be really fun. I think kind of funny, and I think just really heartwarming and Christmassy, so I'm really excited for it. Changing gears here with a thriller set during winter, but I'm a little bitter about this book because I ordered it from eBay and I thought I was ordering a paperback, but they sent me a mass market paperback. We love that for me. So we're just gonna toss that one and pretend that I actually have a regular paperback. Yay! Okay, that was a bit short-lived. We're back to the mass market paperback. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. You care about what it's about. So this is a creepy winter thriller set in Vermont, and the opening scene of the book starts with this woman named Sarah who is found in these fields, and she's dead, and her daughter just died months before. And then we go to the present time, and we're looking at our main character, Ruthie, who is living in Sarah's old house. And one morning she finds that her mother has disappeared, and as she starts to look for clues about why she's gone and where she might be, she starts to realize that she might be the only one who can stop history from repeating itself. So it sounds really creepy and perfect for a reading night cuddled up with some hot cocoa by a fireplace. Jumping into one of my favorite categories, and that is the category of classic books. I love classics with my whole heart and soul, and I couldn't read books in December and not pick up A Christmas Carol. I was gifted this book by one of my best friends, Gavin, here on BookTube. He's absolutely amazing. He sent me this beautiful, stunning copy, and I'm so excited to read it, so thank you so much, Gavin. And since most of you probably know what this book is about, I figured I would just share a few fun facts about it. Dickens started the writing process in October, and it only took 6 weeks for him to write it, and when he finally got it in shops, it sold out in only 3 days. He was also one of the first famous writers to give public readings of his work, so the first time he read A Christmas Carol was 10 years after it was published, and it was in front of a crowd of 2,000 people in Birmingham, England. He also had some weird reading day rituals, so on reading days, he would drink 2 tablespoons of rum mixed with cream for breakfast, and then for tea, he would drink a pint of champagne, and then a half hour before he went on stage, he would drink a sherry. I don't know what that is, I don't drink alcohol. Is it alcohol? With a raw egg beaten into it. And during his reading, he would sip beef tea, and then for dinner, he would have a bowl of soup. So yeah, very, very interesting man. Up next, we have the timeless story that is Murder on the Orient Express by my girl, Agatha Christie. Guys, she is the queen of mystery, and if you have not picked up one of her books yet, please take this as a sign that now is the time, because she's so amazing, and if you haven't read one of her books, you are seriously missing out. She has outsold pretty much every author besides, I think, Shakespeare and then just the Bible, so that's saying something. Murder on the Orient Express takes place on the Orient Express, which is this really nice, luxurious train. It's traveling long distance, and while we're on the train, we see that someone has been murdered, and the world-famous detective is on this train, and he takes it upon himself to figure out who did this. He interviews each guest, and you get these little details, and you, along with this detective, are trying to figure it out, and the end just blew my mind. So please, please, please read it. There's snow falling, it's wintry, and you'll love it. I love it so much. Nonfiction, another category so near and dear to my heart. I love nonfiction books so much. So I picked up Cozy, The British Art of Comfort as one of my picks for this month. Why? Because I am a huge fan of being cozy, and this book just seems like the perfect book that I can pick up and just skim through and get some ideas about how I can be cozy. It's all about about the small, simple ways that we can feel happiness when the world feels a bit overwhelming. It's about picking up cups of tea, toasty open fires, and just being the most cozy that we can be. The author included a lot of illustrations, and there are just short sections all about different ways that you can make your life as cozy as possible. And I'm just so excited to pick this one up just whenever I feel like I need to be more cozy. The last book on this list is probably the most Christmassy one of all of them, and it is called Letters to Santa Claus. And this book was published by Indiana University. It's about all these letters to Santa that have been sent to Santa Claus, Indiana. Yes, it is a town. And they have received millions of letters over the years. So this book contains so many letters starting from 1930 all the way until present day. It involves some stories about this one girl who promised that she hadn't hit her brother 1,350 times that year, that she really does belong on the good list. And another kid requests $2 million in cold cash. And then one kid hopes to make his life better by asking for a time machine. It's just super cute and interesting. And I found it on eBay for only a few dollars, so definitely a score. I realized that I didn't film an outro for this video yesterday, so now it's today, the next day, and I'm here to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any of these books on your TBR, or if you've read any of these books, please let me know. I'd love to know if you rated any of them highly, or if you're highly anticipating any of them as well. I hope you guys have a great December. I will see you in my next video. Peace out. Can't reach it. There we go.